We're live. Just like that. Just like a click of a button. And here we are in people's Facebook feeds, in their faces. Actually, not in their faces
in the world.
What?
From different points in the world.
Oh my gosh, yesterday we had someone from like New Zealand, someone from France, someone from Alaska. It was like all over the place. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Wow.
I always like asking like in the comments, like, where are you from? You know, because we could be anywhere right now. Anywhere. Yeah. So as people trickle in, I'm gonna do a little announcements, and then we're gonna interview you. And by we, I mean me.
All right, I'll be here.
All right,
we'll be here.
We'll be here. Yes, all four of us. Okay. No. Oh, watching from Massachusetts already. Someone's jumping in, telling us where they're watching. Yay, Massachusetts. All right. So you've tuned into the Warming House show with Pamela today. It's going to be fantastic. We're excited. The Warming House is a nonprofit music venue in South Minneapolis. We're a really tiny listening room we seat about 40 people. It feels like a house concert. And we had to shut our doors back in March, just with like every other music venue around. And we are in the basement of a bike shop. So now there are no chairs in our little space. There are only bicycles. It's just filled with bicycles. But we're trying to still bring music to everybody every day in May at 4:00. We're tuning in with a different musician. We're starting off with a little interview, and then they'll just play songs. That's how this works. We pick 4:00 because it's kind of happy hour, so sometimes we'll even have guest bartenders. And also, it's our 4th birthday. And also, yay! Also, it's 5:00 on the East Coast, to be fair. But, you know, Minneapolis Central Time Zone, we're just going to say 4:00, 4th birthday. It's got a little ring to it. So glad you're watching from wherever you're watching from, East Coast, Central Time Zone, wherever you are. I can see the comments. I don't think, Pamela, you can't see the comments, can you?
No,
it's all good. I'll say hi to your people for you when they pop up. So I can see the comments. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time using StreamYard.
That's wacky. That's pretty cool.
It's like, it feels high tech, but it's not really that high tech. It's just like it's what it is. Robin says, "Good vibes in a bike shop." Over in the comments, that's good. Yeah, it's true. My partner runs a bike shop, and it is hopping right now. Like, everybody wants to be on bicycles. It's crazy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Good. Do you bike? Do you have a bicycle?
I have 2 bikes and 4 flat tires.
Oh, fantastic! We need to fix that. We will. Yeah. We will some tubes. Yeah. It's gonna be okay.
I live embarrassingly close to a bike path, which I have walked on one time.
That's it. We're so glad you're here, Pamela. This is awesome. So Pamela hasn't even played our venue, but she's a friend, and we love her, and she's been at this for so long. And one of these days, we're gonna drag her to. Probably drag her willingly to Minneapolis, right?
Well, I have the Midwestern roots, so know.
You're from Milwaukee, right?
Oh yeah, just over to Riverdale. Yeah.
We like Milwaukee. They have a good church to bar ratio over there.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah, the bars open right when you need them too, right in the morning. In the morning.
Seriously, you walk down the street and it's like church, bar, church, bar, church. It's every corner. It's crazy. Right downtown.
Yeah, and when there used to be yellow pages, you could look up taverns in Milwaukee and there'd be pages and pages and pages. Oh yeah. Some of them even have a jukebox. So.
We have meat raffles in Minneapolis bars. Do y'all have meat raffles?
Meat raffles?
Yes.
I've never heard of that. Maybe. I'm very familiar with the Friday night fish fry. So
sure, of course.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. Oh.
But the meat raffles were like, someone would come around to your tables with like a tray of, plastic wrapped meat, and you were to buy raffle tickets for that meat. It was gross.
Huh. Well, if I know anything, I know raffle meat is of the best quality.
Only eat raffles.
There was a guy, I don't know if he's still around, and he would go around to the bars at Bar Time in Milwaukee, and he would sell sticks of pepperoni and cannoli. So you knew it was bar time because you'd hear this little guy come in and go, pepperoni cannoli, pepperoni cannoli. And if you were wasted, you'd buy pepperoni or cannoli at 2 a.m.
I love those choices. That's perfect. You got a savory, you got a sweet, and you got like a nice ring to the sale. The sales.
He'd have a little suit on. I can't remember his name, but anyone who knew the bars in that time definitely encountered the pepperoni cannoli guy.
Oh my god, that's adorable. I love it. Oh, I want a pepperoni cannoli guy. Just like to knock on my door once a week or something.
I don't know if I ever had one myself. Maybe.
I would take one of each.
Yeah. Why not? What else is there at 2 a.m.?
So you're out in Western Mass now, and you've been there for like ever.
Forever. Yeah.
So it's like
since the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I realized I could leave Wisconsin.
You're like, I'm out.
You can go? I can go?
Swears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I left.
For free?
I left Minneapolis in '98. Like totally just like booked it out of the Midwest. I was like done. And found like a little liberal oasis in the South and just like stayed there. And I cannot even believe I'm back. I mean, I love it as an adult, but it's like a different universe as an adult. But I'm really glad I got out and then came back. I almost landed in Northampton for like a second. There were way too many women there.
There's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
It was
but I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it was a little overwhelming for me, I think, at the age that I was.
Well, part of why I left when I did was I was beginning to blossom as a young adult woman, and I was closeted living in because I was a gay, and I was closeted living in Wisconsin, and I went to Boston to visit Peter Mulvey. And saw queer couples holding hands up and down Mass Ave, and I thought, oh, I need to be here. And 6 months later, I moved.
To be fair, I lived in Asheville, North Carolina, where like the lesbian per capita is like huge. It's yeah. So I didn't. It wasn't too far off from Northampton for me, for sure.
It's a nice little oasis. Yeah, I've been there too.
For sure. Yeah. Somebody in the comments says, "Too many women. What does that mean?" I was just intimidated, I think. So you are working on so much stuff. I don't even know what to ask you about first. Musically, you have new music coming out and a Kickstarter that just like freaking blew through the roof. And then the Abbey Road stuff and the jazz stuff. Tell us.
Go on.
Tell us what you want to tell us about. What are you most excited about with your music stuff right now?
I guess to take it out of the living room at some point.
Yeah.
Well, to be for real, I do have tons of projects about to be released, waiting to be released, but in the moment that we're all living, I'm really glad that I've been able to adapt and to still do my work in a much different scale, obviously, but to be able to still play and some people still listen, it makes me feel a little bit useful, and literally I can grab a few tips here and there, and more importantly, which I didn't realize until I started to do it, is I've been able to reconnect with people all over the world in places I haven't toured in a really long time, like even down south on the West Coast or Minneapolis. And so I'm great. It's almost like being on tour, and I just go into the living room. So
I know, right?
I'm grateful for all of those things, because like you mentioned, bartenders can't necessarily transfer their work to the internets.
Right.
I'm grateful for that. Otherwise, I think, money aside, if I couldn't play, when I can't play, I just get depressed. And, like anyone who can't do what they normally do, I suppose that's something that's going on all over the world right now. But so I'm glad that I can evade some of that kind of sadness.
And it's not just about playing. I mean, you can play in your house to, the walls if you want, but it's really about sharing, it's like
No, that's, yeah.
knowing that there's ears listening or eyes watching.
Yeah, that's an important point, to see the chat scroll. If that weren't there, I'd just be crazy lady standing in the corner singing loudly
Right.
every week. But it's the connection with the people on
today's going to be weird for you because we're using StreamYard and you can't see the chats, or can you see the chats?
I can't right now. I'm just trusting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're there.
They're there. I think someone's here from Alaska, which is fantastic.
Ooh.
They're there, and I bet you can find them on your phone if you want to. We'll see like this part of your hand for a while, but that's okay. I'm
not gonna touch anything. I just got it to work. I'm not gonna try.
All right. But we're here. And then this little video is gonna live on, and we're gonna post everything and keep it in YouTube for a while and stuff like that. And whoa. What was I gonna say?
Are there any Midwestern people listening? Can you tell? Because I could do my Oli and Lena jokes.
Oh, geez, I bet there are some.
Put up.
Well, no, they'll have to put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just.
Where are the trees in Minnesota?
Where?
Between the 2s and the 4s.
Amazing.
I'll be here all week, everybody. Try the veal thing.
Okay, so like every morning I get up and I write this like little write-up on whoever's coming up, and I'm just like praising your music, and now I feel like I should have put humor first, and then
I was gonna say, but you're a dork in person.
Wait, what?
I thought you were gonna say, but you're a dork in person. So
yeah, totally.
You've done all this stuff, but you're just a dork.
That is awesome. I love it. You're like totally my speed. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple silly questions. And because we have a tradition at the warming house of asking everybody a silly question as a way to introduce them. So we'll, like live, like get like on the stage. I'll be off the stage a little bit and I'll ask them a question. So I got 2 for you because we have a little time. I want to know what one musician would you like to have breakfast with and why?
Breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast. I mean, breakfast can be any time of the day. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Did you say musician or just artist?
I said musician, but you can bend the rules. It's okay.
Well, James Baldwin popped into my head. I'd like to have any kind of sit down with James Baldwin and just listen, or any of my heroes, Audre Lorde. Bell Hooks is alive. That might be a distant possibility. Wes Montgomery, jazz guitar player.
You're having like a soiree. You're having like a brunch party. This is good.
Yeah, it'd be hard to narrow it down to just one.
Yeah. This question usually goes 2 different directions, and I was trying to guess which direction you'd go, and I had a feeling you'd go that direction. Like, it's either who can I learn from or who can I smoke and drink with? Like those
well,
two,
maybe that end up there. I would wanna learn first, yeah.
most people, yeah, go to the learn from, and then, maybe it'll carry on to a full weekend, and you can
Yeah.
play music together and
Yeah.
learn more. That's fantastic. Okay, one last question, then we'll get to the music. How about that? Someone said, "He's highbrow today." That's Robin Hoffman. That's
Robin.
yay. So my last question to you is, what is the first record or piece of music? I mean, we're similar ages, so it's probably tape or CD. What was the first piece of music that you ever purchased?
Berlin, Pleasure Victim. Yeah,
I don't know that.
Take my breath away.
Seriously?
Their first album, not even that hit album, their first one. Riding on the metro. Wee, 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 wee.
That's awesome. See, this is why I love that question so much. It's like, really?
Well, it took me a long time to find smarter music. I had a brother who was much older than me, and I inherited his record collection. So I learned a lot of Elvis records, and then as an adolescent, and my mom listened to Frank Sinatra and stuff like that, and um, I listened to only when I became an adolescent. I got my first stereo when I was 12, and I only listened to pop radio. So that was all that I absorbed until I started going to used record stores when I was around 18. But just before that, it must have been that someone younger was playing that record, and I was like, that sounds cool. I'm going to go buy that.
I love it. That's so great.
But I also have another story. I bought a Robin Williams stand-up album, Reality What a Concept, when I probably much before the Berlin. I was still in grade school, and my mom heard the F word from the other room and took me and the album back to the record store in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and scolded the salespeople and returned it. And I went back the next week and bought it again. I did the volume down after that.
I was talking to John Elliott yesterday before his show with that same question, and we had a similar story that we really wanted the George Michael cassette tape, but it had "I Want Your Sex" on it. And our parents were way too Catholic to let that happen. So
a little racy.
All right. So I'm gonna get you going on your songs, because I'm sure folks want to hear songs. But it's been awesome talking with you. Tell us more along the way if you want to. Everybody that is tuned in right now, you're tuned into the Warming House live feed on either Facebook or YouTube, and we're here every day in May at 4:00 Central with a new artist. Tomorrow is Josh Hardy from Madison, Wisconsin, and on Saturday we're hosting Natalia Zuckerman from the East Coast.
Woo!
Woo! And the list goes on and on. So please check us out. If you feel like you can tip, that's awesome. Please do. I'll put some links in the comments to make it easy for you. We're splitting all our proceeds 80-20 in the musicians' favor. 20% is so that we can still pay rent, because we still have a space. And we hope to get back to that space once things can open up. So on that note, on all the notes, I'm going to hand things over to Pamela. Have fun playing songs. So glad to have you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to unplug this.
All right. I'm going to dip out of the screen here. All right. Have fun. Bye. Okay.
Okay. Alright, hope it's coming through loud and clear. Here's a song with some Midwestern roots. Father grew up in Jim Crow, Tennessee, a sharecropper's son, far from luxury. Moved up north in 1952, and a damn thing changed from his point of view. Now I've been pulled over on the Shorewood shoulder, asked where you going, where you been. Ain't none of your business. Don't I look like an American? You're gonna think what you want now, don't you? I didn't know the side of the road was a court. Everything dark comes out in the light. We keep marching on, but our souls are tired. 'Cause here we are again. Here we are again, a black man gone 'cause of the color of his skin. The color of his skin. I was grown and groomed in the Great Lakes Midwest, where politeness covers up years of repressed tight lips, tight asses, too slow to grow, hyper-segregated masses, and I had to go. I had to go. I seen the Rodney King riots in 1992, a black president, I seen that too, but ain't a damn thing changed from my point of view, ain't a damn thing changed from my point of view. My point of view. Everything dark comes out in the light. We keep marching on, but our souls are tired. 'Cause here we are again. Here we are again. A black child gone 'cause of the color of her skin. Everything darker comes out in the light. We keep marching on, but our souls are tired. 'Cause here we are again. Here we are again. Black child gone 'cause of the color of the skin. The color of the skin. The color of our skin. The color of the skin. Hello, everybody. Hope you can hear me okay. Midwestern gig, sort of. Glad to be here to celebrate the 4th anniversary of the Warming House in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm gonna do a little jazz. Brianna asked who I might want to have breakfast or a hangout with, and I could have added Fat Swaller to the list. That's where I learned this song. cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. Two sleepy people with nothing to say. Much too much enough to break away. Here we are in this cozy little chair, picking on a wishbone from the frigid air. Two sleepy people with nothing to say. Much too much enough to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Your daddy didn't like me much at all. Do you remember the reasons we married in the fall? To build a little nest and get a bit of rest. So here we are, just about the same. A foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light. Much too much love to say goodnight. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light. Much too much love to say goodnight. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Do you remember the reasons we married in the fall? To build a little nest and get a bit of rest. Well, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light. Much too much love to say good night. So I could tell some of my Orly and Lena jokes for the Midwesterners out there, yeah. So Orly and Lena goes to the drive-in movies, and Orly says, "Hey Lena, you want to get in the back seat?" And she says, "No, I just as soon stay up here with you." Oh yeah. Oh, I got more of that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Orly died, so Lena calls the newspaper, says, "Yeah, I need to put in an obituary. Orly died." Well, what do you want it to say, Lena? Yeah, okay. Orly died, boat for sale. All right, back to politics. Back to politics. There's a tune called James Madison. And the chorus are the actual words of James Madison, the fourth president. He wrote some shiz back during the Federalist Papers, some such and whatnot, and so forth, and heretofore. And these words have long troubled me, and so I wrote about them. So this is called James Madison. And I do have a new album coming out, Pamela Means and the Reparations. It's one of my projects. It's Nia and Dia to My Heart. It's me and two other black and brown women singing my loudmouth political songs like this one and the first one that I played today. And we just had a successful crowdfunding campaign with Kickstarter. It ended last week. Uh-oh, low batteries. Uh-oh. And I'm going to play quickly. The show might be shorter than we thought. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go fast. But that album will be out this summer. Founding fathers, free spirit men, some grow hemp on the plantations. All had had slaves, it didn't free them. All had slaves and some. Family show. Jim and James Madison didn't give two foots about anyone. Now, Pope's manifest destiny didn't work out for the Cherokee. Jim and James, he said, the purpose of the government is to protect the minority of the opulent from the majority. Two-party system seemed like one gold at the top and the rest of them riggedy rungs. We got the money, we got the guns, we got greed and idiocy and embarrassment to everyone with any sense of decency. Purpose of the government is to protect the minority of the opulent from the majority. The purpose of the government is to protect the minority of the opulent from the majority. Crime perverts police populations, prisons populate them, profits, predictions, politicians salivate. Ellsberg, Manning, Snowden, Davis, heroes and dissidents. We all could use a daily dose of civil disobedience. We all could use a daily dose of civil disobedience. Purpose of the government is to protect the minority of the opulent from the majority. Brianna, be ready in case my phone dies. I've been, like me and many other people, we've been forced to learn new things these COVID days, and learning how to use these different video platforms has been one of my ongoing lessons. And I got a cool little device to help me have better sound. And if I plug it in through my phone, I have better video. And I got a special little charger so my phone would charge while I'm going through the thing. And it fell and broke last night because it's stupid. This thing. See that? See that thing? That thing. It's a pain in my booty. Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. $30 to replace because that's $30. Okay. So I'm gonna keep playing and talk less because we might just go bye-bye all of a sudden. But thank you for being here. Thanks for watching from wherever you are. Thank you, Brianna and John Lewis. Thank you, Warming the House. I can't wait to see it in person. And here's a love song by Humbug. This is called Hotel Pocatello. It's one of the newer songs I have. It's still unreleased, and so it'll come out someday. It's a bonus track for people who supported the Kickstarter campaign, and it's on a solo record that I have in the pipeline. But later. Last night I was talking to Joe. He said, how'd you ever let her go?
smile from memory. She let go of me. Snake River Plain, Idaho, Hotel Pocatello. This is her last love song, where the wild river flows. We were star-crossed, she said, so I let it go. Life began to open wide. My little dark soul let in a little light. I guess some people are special, she said. I wish I believed. Snake River Plain, Idaho, Hotel Pocatello. This is her last love song. Hear how it goes. We were star-crossed, she said, so I let it go. Got out of that one a little bit early because I'm running out of time. And I'm going to crowbar this tune in, and hopefully my battery will last. Oh, technology, I love you. Thank you for mentioning one of my projects, which is performing all of the Beatles Abbey Road album. Thank you, Brianna. And so I'm going to do you one of those. One thing I liked about it was that it kicked my butt. It took me 8 months to learn the album. I just wanted to do something that sounded really hard when I was on a big long tour hiatus. And I don't change any of the content, including the pronouns, and I kind of like that part. So. But it's also cool guitar going on over here. So this is George Harrison song from Abbey Road. That's award-winning East Hampton water right there. East Hampton, Massachusetts. All right, hope it lasts. My battery. If not, thanks for being here. Love ya. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't wanna leave her now. You know I believe in how. Somewhere in a smile she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me I don't wanna leave her now. You know I believe in how. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. Stick around now, it may show. I don't know. something in the way she knows, and all I have to do is think of her. Something in the things that she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Beatles. Alright, I'm gonna try to get this song in here. So be good to each other. I'm sure people who will go around shooting people with guns are probably not tuned into this program right now, but stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop right now. Enough. That'd be great if that's all it took, just a little sternness. So I talked about, recently I talked about feeling traumatized watching the footage of these police shootings, and that's because I've known these stories my whole life, and sometimes the characters in those stories are my actual relatives. But I acknowledge that it's only because the footage has been released that any action has been taken. And I submit that all footage needs to be seen by those who can take action. So here's to life after all of this, and may we be good to each other. May we spread the love. And if ugliness continues, may it be documented. Come out into the light. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm tough, not bulletproof. Gonna love out loud, not afraid. Gonna march down Main in the pride parade. No closets, no shame. Yes, love, no hate. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. It's not the guns, it's the trigger. It's the bullet in the chamber sent to kill a stranger by a hateful, deranged figure. It's not the guns, it's the trigger. It's the bullet in the chamber sent to kill an anger by a hateful, deranged figure. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. Oh, hey, NRA, how many souls did you kill today? Oh, hey, NRA, how many deaths you facilitate? Oh, hey, NRA, how many souls did you kill today? Oh, hey, NRA, how many hearts did you break today? Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. I'm gonna try to sneak in one more song here before my phone dies and try to avoid an abrupt ending. I come in a place, I come from a land that is called the Midwest. This is an old tune by Bob Geldof, who's an English songwriter, and he used to be in the Boomtown Rats, and he founded Live Aid. I think he won a Nobel Peace Prize for that. This is from one of his solo albums from 1990, The Vegetarians of Love, and it just seems fitting these days. It's called The End of the World. It's 2 chords. There's some poetry. Thank you for being here today. What strikes you as seeming a little absurd, I'm here to announce the end of the world. It'll happen sometime between now and high noon. It doesn't give you much time as it's happening real soon. It'll start with a whimper, it'll end a big bang. It'll leave a big hole where we couldn't sing. This is the end of the world. For 5,000 years you must surely have heard Nostradamus and Jesus and Buddha and me. They said it was coming now, just wait and see. So everyone outside, look up at the sky. It's the last time you'll see it, so wave it goodbye. You took things for granted. You thought it was free. Say goodbye to the leaves, the trees, and the sea. There's nothing more useless than a car that won't start, but it's even more useless at the end of the world. This is the end of the world. For 5,000 years you must surely have heard Nostradamus and Jesus and Buddha and me. They said it was coming now, just wait and see. For 5,000 years you must surely have heard Nostradamus and Jesus and Buddha and me. We said it was coming and now wait and see. Alright, I think I'm going to end now before my phone dies, so it's not in the middle of a song. And I hope I see you all soon on the internet. It's your series of tubes. Or hopefully in person before too long. Keep your distance. Keep that distance. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Spread the love all over the place. Ooh, it's a new anthem. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Be well. I'm going to leave you with my purple light because I don't know how to turn this thing off. So, Brianna Lane's going to take care of that. And, thanks for being here. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, one more oil Lena joke. Yeah, so Lena decides to compete in the Southern Norway 100-yard breaststroke. And she come in dead last in the 100-yard breaststroke. And she went up to the judges and she said, yeah, well, I don't want to complain, but I think them other girls were using their arms. It's a thinker. Take care, everybody.